Okay.
All right. Welcome everybody. This is I don't know what episode to call these things, considering they started as test episodes.
Episode 3.
Episode 3. Yeah, let's just go with whatever the actual session is. Episode 3 of the All Sacrit tabletop podcast thing. My name is Tyrone. I use they them pronouns. I kind of facilitate the games and I GM when the game calls for it. Currently, we're playing Fall of Magic by Heart of the Unicorn, and I am playing Piccolo, the swineherd of Barleytown. And yeah, I think that's everything, right? So I think it's James next.
It is me. Hi, I'm James. I'm playing the character named Kabu. He is a Knight of Stormguard, and he is a beautiful bastard.
Okay, let's not choose it. Continue.
Is it my turn? June.
My name's June. They, them. I am playing Fawn, the refuge of Stormguard, who, coming from Stormguard, can confirm that Kabu is a beautiful bastard.
Okay. Does even wear sunscreen. So
Wrinkles are beautiful, Kel.
He's made.
It was confirmed. Yeah, it's like
There's-
a
There's
trait they have.
there's a shine in the sleep bags that he has from his years-long war.
a sheen. Oh, God. Grease. Sebum control. They make that.
It's beauty and experience. Just ask
Good.
Betty White.
Okay.
All right.
Go ahead,
I'm
Lando.
Lando, I play Vago the Merchant. He's cool and rich.
As most merchants usually are.
Mhm.
I don't know about the cool part.
Oh, I'm
Debatable,
Dan
but go ahead.
Dan River, Vago's cousin, lives off him, but is very, very beautiful man also. Well, smooth, not beautiful, but not rich. Like,
Okay. Howdy, everyone.
Also-
Oh, no.
hey, this is the native uncle group over here, all right? This is the classic native Uncle A team.
And we're being very American here, like Tony Stark, Daddy Warbucks, like American drama loves a war profiteer.
Oh, God.
Oh shit.
Okay,
Not wrong.
howdy everyone. My name is Kellen. I'm your favorite anonymous source reporting from a different location every time. I am currently playing Harp, the Golan of Ravenhall. They are smooth as well, but not in the same sense as they are made out of clay. So
Got
they
'em.
have a smooth texture to their skin.
Ew.
So
Nice.
yeah, welcome back to our game. We left off doing nonsense at the campfire, and I think we're about to move on to Barleytown.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, so I think
Yeah.
Lando and Dan, it's your turn, right?
Mhm.
Yeah, I think we were gonna let you guys decide between the two of you who wanted to narrate the move, because doing the scene where we move from one part of the map to the next is kind of its own little thing where like you narrate the point of view of the Magus, so you get to like tell us a little more about that person. So you have a lot of drive when you do that.
Do you want to do that, Lando?
I'm terrible at that. You go first.
Oh my God. All right, I'm gonna try to figure this out, but if I mess it all up, it's Kel's fault
What?
somehow.
I didn't say anything.
Yeah. Yeah.
All right, so
It's
yeah, just to remind you what this kind
so
of
I go
is.
to Barley Town, right? I put my coin on Barley Town.
Actually, everybody has
Oh,
to
no,
put
I
their
moved
coins
the-
off.
Oh, everybody takes their coin off. Whoa, my coin
Yeah.
completely disappeared.
Yeah, we can't see
Uh,
if it's off the map, if it's occluded.
I may have Fog Award. No, wait.
If you put it on the bottom, it's not occluded there.
Mhm.
Neat.
Which one was yours?
I just moved mine down right here.
Oh,
The Raven's somebody else. That's not me. It should be me since I'm Inuit, but it's
Oh,
not.
okay.
Hold on.
okay. No, we are actually using the Magus because this table is a little larger than usual, which is also why we kind of modified the moving the map tool, because otherwise we would just be messing around doing dawn rituals all day.
Okay.
Anyway, yeah, so we're moving
So
from
we're
like,
moving to a place called Barley Town,
correct.
and we're moving closer to some sort of ceremony / ritual, right?
We're heading to Umbra where magic comes from, I believe.
Yeah.
Oh. Okay.
Remember this kind of started in Ravenhall when this ritual that was about like everlasting renewal and life suddenly changed, and time is moving forward for the Magus, which is this child who is kind of the wellspring of all magic. And we're the collection of regular ass dopes who happen to be around to help them.
And I'm the Magus is an 11-year-old, right? It looks
Yeah,
11.
12.
They're
Yeah,
actually
11, 12.
ancient, but they look 11, 12.
They look and act 11 unless it's about magic.
Yeah, in the
Yeah.
cool, like, never-ending story way, not the creepy anime way.
Okay.
Yeah, because there's nothing about Neverending Story that's not creepy. That's right.
Absolutely.
What's creepy
Yeah.
about, like, knife fighting a
Atreyu.
dog? That's just,
And a giant
that's
flying.
just being
Yeah.
12 on red.
Yeah, and
I-
an Indian boy doing all the work so a white boy can get all the credit.
I still have
That's
nightmares
perfect.
about the swamp scene from the movie.
Oh yeah, that horse.
I
So
really got-
So now that we've reminded
Now
you
that
of
we've-
dramatic memory,
yeah, moving on from our beautiful yet horrible take on a childhood classic. As the Magus, wandering into Barley Town, it's a village built upon a hill. We come to it in the setting sun, as the sun crests or goes down behind the opposite side of the mountain that we're coming up on. Beautiful buildings made out of pueblo and mud and built into the sides of the cliff face and the mountain faces. People still mulling around, gathering their stuff, doing their daily chores, that kind of stuff, kind of the in-to-day stuff. And it's a beautiful little village just right there in the side of a hill. Is that kind of how it works?
Mhm.
Yeah.
All right.
yeah,
So now I guess it's up to the Magus and you to kind of talk about the hospitality of the Barley Lord.
yeah, I was gonna get to that. The little prompt for moving to Barley Town is that, which is meeting somebody
okay.
called the Barley Lord, and what hospitality do they kind of offer us?
I can do that. So as we're coming into town, or as I'm coming into town as the Magus, right? Checking out all the different things, all excited because I'm, just a kid. The non-magical world is all new and, shall I say, magical to me. the villagers come out because they recognize, that we're on this trip. Their leader comes out called the Barley Lord, that is the person who helps them make beer and bread. They don't have any other function. Like they're not like the king. They're not like the leader. They're just in charge of making the beer. But because of that, they're super kind of important, and they always greet visitors with bread and beer when you come into town. Beautiful golden fried bread and nice warm barley-like beer.
Warm beer? What?
Yeah. It's a barley brew.
I don't want that.
Let me run the etymology on your name right quick. Is your ancestry English?
It is not. No,
Oh.
it is not.
But it's
Okay.
Germanic, which the English
I
are.
actually hate bread. Hey, I'm part Germanic, but Germans have horrible beer, so. So do the British. I'm not trying to, I've yet to have a good beer out of Europe, but that's probably why they serve it warm, to fool us into thinking that's why it's bad.
Oh. You might as well just be drinking tea.
Well, we're reaching out to our international audience. It's like, fuck you,
Yeah.
Australia.
Yeah.
Europe
Yeah.
represent.
German beer sucks. That's sure a way to get an audience.
To be fair, all Europe.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The fucked up
To be
thing is they
fair.
actually really like this game.
Awesome. Hey, and you know what? They also really like natives, so I'm sure they'll forgive me and just think I'm really funny. Because I've been
Oh,
to
no.
Germany before.
Ooh, we
I
are
tried
going.
to reconnect.
We are going
I
on an
know one
Indianist
German,
tour. We
therefore
are
I
getting
can
paid.
bash their primary export.
Yeah.
Everybody just shut the fuck up and use your church voice for like 6 weeks.
Oh god.
Wow.
Oh.
Yeah.
Um. You want to move your character at all, Dan?
Do I move my character at all now?
Yeah. Do you want to?
No, because I did the Magus.
Okay.
You know what? With like this tale being so big and stuff, I'm cool with it. If you have something you want to do,
Oh, okay. Inn of the Axe and Fiddle. So this will include River, Kel, since her name's harp, and there's a song. James, because his people sing, and Lando, or Vago, because he is River's cousin. Actually, instead of harp, let's go with Piccolo. How do I say your name?
Piccolo.
Piccolo.
Yeah.
Piccolo. I like that name, Piccolo. It's kind of like a pickleback. Okay, I can remember that. So
It's
Piccolo.
an instrument.
So we all have our ways to remember things, Kel. I don't judge you in
Yes, you
your.
do.
Yeah.
You're always judging her. Constantly. The reason why she bullies you.
I judge her because she bullies me, James. It's
That's-
chicken
that's
and the egg
not how I
situation.
remember it. That's not how I remember it.
Well, you're usually drunk. Well, one of us is, but I don't think we should just
Yeah,
go into
it's
that.
never me.
Oh, it's never you. Right. So anyway, the four of us are there, and River brings up to Kabu about the song he sings in the morning, and kind of jokingly nudges Vago, his cousin, and says, "Oh, our songs our family songs. Our family songs are way better. And kind of starts to sing, one of our family's songs. It's about experiencing the world and, money and winning at bingo, and protection at dice. It's a really good song.
Mhm. The bingo song.
Yep, the bingo song. Yeah, the "We Shall Win at Bingo" song. Yeah, ancestors help us win at bingo. Yeah,
That's
Yeah.
double roast per cat.
yeah, yeah. But kind of set to like a Queen bicycle beat. Bicycle.
Bingo rolls. Bingo rolls.
There you go. Yeah.
Why?
So
Why does this actually sound like the worst song ever though? Like,
It's because it was never gonna be good.
Kind of like that.
you need to use your imagination, James,
I
for
mean,
Vago to really
I-
hear the song, or
I-
Kabu.
I'm trying, Dan, but all I'm hearing is just complete crap right now. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Look, there are rituals about giving yourself good luck, and then there are rituals about giving everybody else bad luck.
Yeah. Yeah. So this is a little bit of both. Mostly bad luck for the people who hear it. But anyway, so in the scene, we're, standing outside of this axe and fiddle, and he's just kind of jokingly, but also sharing something about, kind of making that connection with you, because you did sing that song in the morning, the other morning.
All right.
And
sorry.
Vago, Kabu, and Piccolo can now react.
All right. I guess I'll go first since that scene was pointed directly at Kabu. All right. So Kabu is just sitting there, just kind of listening, real politely and everything. And then at the end, he just sort of is just kind of sits there in silence for a moment, just kind of mulling everything over. And then he comes up with this perfect response of oh, that's real neat, but I have a few questions. Firstly, why that rhyme? And secondly, I mean, it's why?
Because if you ever played dice with our family, you would want protection for your dice.
Yeah. You obviously haven't played dice with our family. Damn.
Oh, yeah, you're right. I've never met your family before, so that would be correct. Yeah.
What are you talking about? You met Vago the other day, and you've met Vago's cousin, me.
Well, before all that.
He does have a point. That's two people.
Tell them the story of how Grandpa got stabbed over a dice game. That'll let them know.
Well, he shouldn't have touched Grandma's dice. I mean.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And he never rolled dice the same way again.
It's
Yeah.
real.
Well,
And then, so after all that, Kabu does kind of share an interesting story of how there's this several day-long battle that was taking place, and near the end of it, both sides were actually kind of tired from fighting, and both sides found out that they really like to play dice. And so instead of trying to fight to the death over this field that they were fighting over, they decided to play dice over it. And their side won, so we just kind of left them the fuck alone until we decided to get more forces. But that's besides the point.
that's a really cool story. If anyone has nothing, go ahead.
Oh no, Piccolo was kind of enthralled by his stories. That's really cool, Mister. I only know how to do one thing, but want to see a magic trick?
Oh no.
Oh no.
And he whips out a flute and starts playing something. And I'm going to tag myself in as this, like, the flute music isn't really anything that special, and I'm not going to whistle because it's daylight savings time and it's like dark now.
What?
Look here.
I don't see how those two things have anything to do with each other.
Please.
I just said, like,
Yeah.
sorry, viewers from home, that's why we are not mimicking flute music today on All Sacred.
Yeah.
But no, he kind of gets this entire crowd kind of like thumping the table and singing this old drinking song. And then they all down their glasses and like half of them start ordering another round. And Piccolo just puts his flute down. He's like, see, I can make people spend money.
Nice.
That's actually
Anything-
fucking brilliant.
Yeah. Well, I think
Nice.
that's the scene, unless anybody has anything else.
I think that's it for me.
Okay. Who wants to go next?
Lando's the only one who hasn't went from the last turn.
Yep.
Yeah.
Let's do. I can't move, so Let's
Oh,
go.
which one are you again?
I am the sword. And I will go to the farmer's market with Piccolo and Fawn and oh my goodness, I forgot your name, Dan.
River.
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 Okay, and River and the Magus. Because we have to get cool supplies and whatnot for our long journey to Umbra.
Would you like someone to play the Magus?
Yeah, who wants to be the Magus?
I can do it.
Yeah, let's have you do it then.
Okay.
So we're going to see my good friend, the merchant of Barleytown, because, you know, he owes me money and he should give me a good discount.
That doesn't sound like a friend.
Well, a friend in need is a friend indeed.
Lando, I've got
When
a
you go to
question.
another res,
When you
when
played
you go to
Oregon
another-
Trail,
oh, go ahead.
you pick Banker like all the time. Because that's honestly my favorite play style. Sorry, go ahead, Dan.
oh, I was just gonna say, when you go to another res, the first person you hit up is your cousin who owes you money that's been living there.
Mhm. You don't want to get caught with them $20 grams or whatever.
No, oh, I see you're eating out. I see you're eating good. That's crazy because you owe me
Yeah.
$40.
Hey, look
I
at
see you got new
there.
shoes, which is wild because you still owe me $40.
Good name brand soda.
Wow, those
Pepsi,
Yeah.
bro, what?
are nice. Do they come in my size, or are you breaking them in for me, or like what's good?
Oh, that's a nice new iPhone you got there, buddy. How about that $50 you owe me?
Yeah.
So we got to ask the Magus exactly how long is this long and tedious journey to Umbra supposed to take us, really? Because, you know, supplies and whatnot.
I don't know why you're asking me that. I'm literally 12. I don't have a good perception of time, dude. Let's think. I mean, maybe a couple of weeks. I don't know. Again, I'm a small child. I've been asking if we were there yet since we left, and nobody's giving me an answer.
Which is all but collectively ignoring Harp.
My little legs are so tired.
I just shake my head and say, okay, let's get some horses.
Yeah, Piccolo won't let me ride the pig anymore. Yeah.
No more. Piccolo honest would think it that it's a high honor for the Magus to be riding around on Steven the pig. So, but since this question is going to kind of come up a little bit anyway, why don't I show us the next part of the scroll?
Oh wow. Okay.
Look at that.
Oh, it
Fancy.
gets more complicated.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So we'll have some calls to make it look like.
So we go from here to Stormguard,
So we're
the
yeah.
hunting grounds.
It's like we could go through
Mistwood.
Stormguard or Mistwood.
Yeah.
Okay. We can definitely make a call after we finish with Barleytown. We still have a few prompts. I'm assuming we don't actually have to do all of the prompts if you don't want to.
No, that's kind of the flexible nature of the game.
Okay.
Basically,
So yeah, I
as
think
long as
that's
everybody's done a thing, right?
yeah, pretty much. Well, and remember, sometimes some people play this in like 2 hours to 4 hours to just like one shot it. So they might just do like Ravenhall, then Barleytown, then like 2 of the locations down the way, and then into Umbra. And some people will run a whole campaign by stopping in every place. So yeah, it is kind of up to us.
Okay.
So we don't have to stop at every single one of these places in Barleytown.
No, once everybody's kind of on the board, which takes us not very much. That's kind of been why we haven't had to force that question, is like we've had more players than spots on the board, so we've just filled up the board and then moved on.
Okay.
Which I mean, like if we went to Stormguard Mountains, there's like 3 things in there, so it's like we're not gonna mess around with Stormguard for 6 hours, if that makes sense.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that makes sense.
But no, if so yeah, I think that's kind of the question. If do we want to treat Stormguard and Mistwood as a choice, and then like if so, I think that's kind of the that's what we're shopping for.
Okay.
Right. Are we going to take the mountains or are we going to go through the woods?
Well, what does your merchant friend say?
Who's not here? Who wants to play the merchant?
Yeah, who's in the scene again?
It's Vago, Piccolo, I think River might be there.
Fawn.
And the Magus.
Fawn's here.
So am I the only one not in the scene?
You're the Magus.
Yeah, but like, is Harp
James.
the only one not? Okay, James isn't in. Okay, so James,
Yeah.
you got to play the merchant.
All right. So, what do I gotta do for the merchant?
I think we're going to see a man about a horse, quite literally.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
First of all,
Yeah.
quiver in fear because Vago's coming to collect his debt. I don't know what you did, but you pay
Oh,
up.
Oh yeah.
All
you
right.
also owe Vago a little bit of money, it turns out.
All right. Well, let's do it.
Ah, my good merchant of Barleytown. How are you, my friend? I hope you didn't forget. You owe me some ducats, baby.
Hey, Vago. No, long time no see, eh?
Mm-hmm.
Uh,
As I stroke my goatee with a devilish grin. Money, money, money.
I think
Remember
there's
when
a short training track behind this like merchant stall, and Piccolo, the Magus, and Steven immediately run off to it.
Don't forget to get us some donuts and stuff.
yes, of course. Well, you'll be happy to know, Vago, that I do have what I owe you. Here it is. Then I hand you the money, right?
Ah, yes. Well, let's we came more for a trade, horse trade, so to speak, whereas, you give us some information and some supplies and we'll call what you owe me, water under the bridge, so to speak.
All right, that sounds fair enough to me. So, what kind of a steed you looking for there?
There's 6 of us. We're traveling for, let's call it 2 months. Supplies, a wagon, a couple of horses, and info.
All right. I can get you all the steeds and wagons and everything. What kind of info are you looking for, though?
Well, we need to know if it's safer this time of year to travel across the mountain pass or through the misty woods.
Well, with the misty woods, it tends to be a lot foggier. But with the mountains, it's actually a lot clearer this time of year. The snow hasn't come down yet, so I would suggest the mountains.
Okay, so I guess we'll need winter clothing for the mountain pass.
Yeah.
Yeah. Excellent.
Yeah. All right. I'll get you all that in order and everything. Is that all for you?
Yeah, I think so.
There's actually a crash, and Steven and Piccolo come back with the Magus skulking behind. And
the Magus.
Piccolo just says the Magus would like to inform you that you have donated a pot of feed to her exploration of the world.
Thank you so much. Also, I don't know what's been negotiated, but is it possible to get some cupcakes? It's that time of day. My blood sugar is a little low. I'm so little. I need my sugar on time.
Reaches in pocket, hands bag of cupcakes. Of course.
Thank you. I feel like I don't require too much. I just simply ask that there be sugar at all times.
Mm-hmm.
Seem
I
reasonable
might be
to me.
smooth, but I'm kind of a butler to this person. It's unfortunate.
River's going to smile at the kids being precocious and walk away to look at the beading stalls, the tables with the beading vendors.
Beading.
He just doesn't want to get involved with the kid. He likes to see the kids be crazy, but he doesn't really want to get involved with them destroying something, and he might get stuck.
Sensing River's reluctance to interact with the Magus goes over to River and asks for a piggyback ride because it feels right. It feels like it's time for all of us to get closer, and I think the best way for that to happen is for you to be my steed for a bit.
Aren't you 12?
Yes.
I'm an old freaking man.
I don't see what that's got to do with me.
Man, treat your
We're
elders
saving
this way.
magic. Are you telling me you don't want to save magic? Is that what you're saying?
No, I just want to hang out with my cousin, but I'll throw you up on my shoulders.
Okay.
I'm
see
strong
it was so simple. I don't know why you put up a fight.
You wouldn't deny the Magus, would you, cousin?
Did you hear me though? I threw you over my shoulder.
Hey. Be gentle. I'm 12.
So I got you over my shoulder, just walking around, looking at the beading stuff. Saying, hey, did you see this one? Man, this is a beautiful medallion.
Should we roll to see how many variants of the same hummingbird design there are, and how many people there are?
Oh, snap. Yes.
There goes our native viewers.
First of all, how dare you talk about my Ishki's beadwork like this?
First of all, Maya, it was the original. You did.
Oh my god.
We're extra sacred tonight.
Yeah, absolutely. River just needs a new medallion.
Extra sacred on the weekend.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So Fawn gets really visibly unsettled when the merchant suggests that Stormguard is the safer route this time of year, and starts just surreptitiously pointing out, no, we're going to need extra blankets. More than that.
What's that?
rain gear
Mega
too. Do you have like bear
There's
traps?
a barrel there's a water barrel and a blanket blanket.
I'm not
Anytime we
trying to
incur
say-
property damage, it's like, sorry about that. Here's a blanket.
You know, Vago, it seems like your merchant buddy may be trying to get us killed. I also noticed there's no footy pajamas on here, and I think that's a mistake. So go.
The Magus isn't over there. The Magus is thrown over River's shoulder, wandering
that's
around
right.
the bead stalls. They don't know. What's
That's
going on.
true. I guess that's true. But I would say, just as a sentient voice, in Vago's ear, that maybe your merchant buddy's trying to play you.
Yeah, we can't have
Sounds
that.
suspicious.
No.
I'm
And
so
River
glad-
does think we need to buy a really nice blanket, so when the Magus finishes their stuff, we have something to give them.
We need Pendleton blankets for everybody.
Yeah, we
basically.
need a
Oh no.
yeah, for the Magus
Are we
graduation.
getting like the orange, teal, and black design? Are we doing like the red plaid design? What are we doing?
I want the turquoise one.
Yeah, I vote for the turquoise one.
Mm-hmm. We need turquoise and orange Pendleton blankets for everybody,
Yeah,
and some extra moccasins for the Magus.
yeah.
How did this turn into like the weird stick game tournament of the Lord of the Rings, like gearing up scene? It's like,
Yeah.
here's your matching jackets and your $3,500 to split between the 18 of you.
We all need tournament jackets that say.
You knew what you were signing up for with us, Ty.
Yeah. For the record, River doesn't need a tournament jacket because he already has a tournament jacket from 10 years ago that's still pretty good condition.
Well, you see, that's what it is. You know, the best stick game champions don't win multiple times. They win one time, and since that was the last tradition tournament, and then never win again.
No thumbs.
Still tournament.
No thumbs.
Yeah, no thumbs.
Oh, no doubt.
Oh man.
Oh, that one.
I like how like 5 people are gonna get that joke.
I know. 10 minutes of alienating the shit out of everybody else.
Everybody's like, what
Yeah.
the heck are they talking about?
Yeah.
It's okay.
Sorry.
Five audience members. We see you and we hear you.
Yeah. And
Thank you
if
for watching,
any of you are
Kelsey.
and if any of you are Southeastern tribal members, we'll get to you next time. None of us know anything about you.
What are you talking about? I'm right here.
I couldn't tell that was you behind your anonymous.
It's time for us to rise up. We can't take
Yeah.
this disrespect.
Hell, looks like a protected informant.
Yeah.
We are here. We exist. Expect us.
Yes.
I really wish we could hear more from some like nerdy queer natives, but pity I couldn't tap any for this show.
Oh, Ty. Pretty
Don't
sure
mind
you
us.
could have tapped a few.
Don't mind us. Just a bunch
Oh,
of aggressive
my.
heterosexual.
Hello.
Okay. What else is going on in this scene?
I think that's seen a couple of minutes ago. Like
Yeah.
we're all
Yeah.
shopping for different stuff. We are 3 or 4 community in jokes off the block.
Okay. Is it okay if I go?
Yeah, do you think?
Yeah.
Do it.
Okay. Harp the golem is gonna go to Martha's farm. And
That's
Martha
Matilda's. That's
or
Matilda.
Matilda. Ooh. I promise
Matilda's
I don't
farm.
have my glasses on. Not that any of you can tell that. But yeah, Mathilda's. Yeah, it's Mathilda's farm. And Mathilda, her prompt is what she thinks you need. So Harp is in this scene with Fawn and Piccolo and Stephen the pig and Kabu. Right now, the merchant from our last scene advised us to go to Mathilda's farm to get our fresh rations along with some dried rations for longevity's sake. And in this scene, we see Kabu is picking up gourds, and Fawn, who is a little bit nervous about our journey, is questioning a couple of farmhands about the Stormguard Mountains. And Piccolo is chasing Steven throughout the farm as he has a piece of corn in his mouth that we did not pay for. And Harp is sitting at the table, staring blankly into space, when Mathilda walks over and tells Harp that she needs to try the Barley Lord's new creation, which is cold beer. So,
Gross.
Harp, not really understanding who cares about beer and why barley is important, takes the beer in hand and drinks it, only for it to somehow pour out the seams of her midsection. As a golem, you know, she doesn't really have a stomach, but she didn't want to be rude. She understands what politeness is.
That's alcohol abuse.
At that point, that is when Kabu walks over and takes the beer from Harp's hand. And that's all I have for this scene. So, interact amongst yourselves.
Yeah, so I guess since again I'm like the last person that interacted with the scene, I guess I'll go. So like Kabu takes the beer and then kind of starts drinking it and then starts talking to Mathilda about things and is making like polite conversation. And it's just they're having a nice conversation and shit, and then like Mathilda offers him like a trinket that because she offers him like a trinket that was like very like close and dear to her because like she recognized him as like a war hero from back in the day.
Oh
And
yeah,
so
you have that tag, don't you?
yeah. Yeah, and so Kabu takes this and thanks Mathilda for it.
Mathilda's a stan.
It's because he's beautiful.
Okay.
He is so beautiful. He has the tack and everything.
Yeah.
She's a very lucky auntie. Like, Kabu's at least not the type to roll around for cap day.
Where's River when you need him?
All right, that's before we
Kabu
get the non-native.
Kabu just wants a nap.
Yeah.
Kabu is shunning this auntie. He politely takes the gift he offers and starts backing away slowly because he knows where this is going. This auntie's on the prowl.
Oh yeah, just like I think everybody leaves with something. It's like Harp's just got this like pony keg that she's accepted politely. Colin's got this trinket, and like Piccolo's just walking back and has like just dried meat coming out of the vest pocket, like has worked this infatuation to his advantage. Walking around with a new vest.
I think it's very clear what Mathilda thinks y'all need, and I don't think it's the food.
She's got them hungry eyes.
Yeah, she knows what
It's-
Cabo needs. That's true. Sure.
Exactly.
It's the bedroom
Yeah.
ice that Kabu wants nothing to do with.
Thank you for the invention of cold beer, unlike the Barley King's previous warm beer. I'm gonna dip now.
Yeah, I think walking off with our various little swag back to the camp is the cut.
Yeah, I will say that Harp observed all of this and is confused about human mating rituals.
It's okay. The humans are confused about them too.
Yes.
Yeah, I'm good with this scene ending, unless there's something, June, you want Fawn to do.
No, I'm actually pretty good with where you left it. Fawn is still very clearly on edge about the course we have chosen as recommended by that clearly shifty merchant.
Okay.
And just trying to...
A merchant that is very clearly tired of Vago shit.
Well, I can't blame him for this.
It's just unfortunate the rest of us are getting caught up in it.
Yeah, Harp didn't do anything. Harp is just here to protect the Magus.
Kabu just wants a nap.
Man, he's been
River just
questing
wants
for
to make
this
sure none
now.
of his kids see him.
What? Oh, he's on a different bench.
Yeah.
All right. So I think I will go next. So I'm gonna go to Swine Hill, and I'm gonna be joined by Harp and the Magus and River too, and a random NPC that like recognized me from like back then.
This little war hero reputation we've got going on.
Yeah. All right, so it's this Swine Hill is this hill that was like long ago. It was actually a very like advantageous spot to hold because back in the early days of the war, this town was like one of the many that was like getting attacked like relentlessly. And so like my like I guess unit or whatever got like sent out there to like help out. And like we almost actually got like taken over by like this attacking army until like me and like 4 other knights like decided to do like something really fucking like risky and just very like just absolutely fucking dangerous and like just sneak behind enemy lines and like take down their fortifications and shit. And then like we like signaled for all the other knights in the unit to like come charge, and like that's how we like pretty much drove the enemy off. And like a lot of people in this town specifically remember me for that deed. And so like I came back to this hill to like kind of like commemorate all of my fallen comrades who had lost their lives during this battle. And I'm like, I take the Magus there and tell her about this story because I thought like it'd be a good thing to like tell her, to say like, I don't know, like in the face of like you like maybe losing your magic, you know, it's always a good thing to be brave, even if you are afraid, because I was afraid on that night going there with my 4 other comrades. And it was very scary. We might have all lost our lives, but you know, we pushed on despite the fact that we were all very scared for our lives. And I think it's okay to be like afraid, and it's okay to like be courageous despite that. And
Matt is just learning some life lessons.
Yeah, actually, the Megas, I think, would ask, like, actually, I would just ask you, did you lose anybody?
yeah, I this is very early on in the war, and I lost a very good friend of mine from back when we were training. That's how we met, was in the Night Skirt camp, and he lost his life that night trying to defend that hill during one of the many attacks.
Did you get to say everything to him that you wanted to?
You know, back then, I didn't think so. But now that I've had more experience in life, I think I have. And I've come to terms with that.
Wow.
I think that's a good place to call that one, because we're going to ruin it.
That was like a beautiful moment in the story.
Once they have
Real
been
quick, as he says all this, River does lay out tobacco. That's because you said River was in the scene. I could see River at that point laying out tobacco, but not getting involved with the whole Magus whatever talk, just out of respect.
I will also say that during this scene, Harp is currently collecting mud from Swine Hill to fill in the cracks in her abdomen, as they are still a little bit wet with cold beer. She needs to pack that in so things don't leak out anymore. And she does this kind of off in the background as this meaningful story is being told, and lessons were learned.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
That was a good addition, James.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I make everything goofy, and here he is going on making stuff all serious. Now we gotta go save magic. What's that about?
I know. Jesus. You think we're here for a reason?
Somebody has to take our mission seriously.
I guess
To
I
be
have
fair-
I'm the moral compass of the group, so that makes a lot of sense.
Oh, here we
Every
go
time.
again.
Here we go.
Kinda
Look.
true though.
Look, I did want to take on this responsibility, but it became very clear at the beginning.
It always seems to.
Harp is trying her best. She is putting her body on the line because that is her sole mission in life. And now she's just repairing it like you will repair a broken garden pot. Got to keep this core strong. This is how money gets made around here.
All right. Fair enough.
Fair enough.
All right.
Who's next?
Yeah. Does anybody want to continue with
Yeah,
Barley
I got, let's go to Oak Island. I think this is Piccolo. Oh, wait, hold on. I haven't done that yet. Let's see. This is probably Piccolo, Vago. Actually, I don't think there's a reason for this not to be everybody. Yeah. I think this is a little island where let's see, this would be fall. Yeah, screw it. I think we're all here because there's a fall fish run. And this being Barley Town, Piccolo's family has a little kind of like alcove and scaffold that they fish off of. He probably helped build this right before he left to go to Ravenhall. And I think it's just kind of a thing that he and his family used to do. I think he used to do this a lot with like his older brothers and his dad. They would come out here and ostensibly be like catching fish for the family. And they were doing that, but they were also mostly just like catching fish for themselves, cooking, and like hanging out. And I think that's what he brought everybody out here to do. So I think this opens on like I think this opens on like I'm helping Vago land a fish, and Vago, being a merchant, isn't really used to this and is trying to like not get wet. And so I'm like trying to get this hold of this fish, and so I can like club it.
Or we're gapping, right? I imagine.
What was that?
We're gapping him, right? We're
man, I
spearing him
can't sully my cloak.
without getting wet.
Yeah.
I think at some point Fawn does just gently, accidentally give Vago a little push into the water.
Oh no.
Oh no.
Oh no. Not my turn.
As Vago falls into the water, Harp, recalling her own folly within the water, asks Vago, "Do you know how to swim?"
it's knee deep where I'm at, so I think I'm okay. But Fawn's
I
doing
learned that if
something
you cup your hands and paddle, you can get to shore.
Oh, I need dry clothes. This is horrible. Okay, you're funny.
That is.
Stomp away.
Yeah.
Oh, I have something that Harp would do. Since there are fish in the water, and you know that her stomach is just a storage system, Harp goes into the water knowing that she pretty well thinks, goes deep enough into the water to see the fish underwater, and then opens her mouth and swallows like 6 fish with some water so they can live in her tummy, just in case the magus gets hungry later. For Harp has sensed Fawn's concern, thinking that it's in regards to food and is storing food in her stomach.
While you're under there, I think that River has let Piccolo get into a tiny amount of that cold beer, and they're just standing there with like they've got a fishing pole has just like no hook and too much weight, and River's like, and Piccolo's like, no, I can hit her from here.
Trying to fish Harp out of the water.
And I think as you're like cresting out of the water, there's just a tink.
As the sinker hits her.
The Harp sees the tinker coming toward her, and just watches as it hits her forehead. And at this point, only the top of her head is out of the water, so she has water coming up to her nose, and she just stares blankly at the shore as Piccolo sways and tries to reel the tinker back in. It's a mess. It's a mess ashore.
Fawn politely pays up a coin, bet against that.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, while all this is going on, Kabu it's just they're like trying spearfishing again because he like did it. He used to do it in the past, and he used to be pretty decent at it. So he thought he'd try his hand at it again. And so like when he does it, like at his first try, he catches like a boot. Then on a second try, he catches like a glove, and then on the third try he gets a hat, and like this random villager is just watching him fucking struggle.
As he catches an outfit.
Yes. And then like finally like he on his last try he catches like a small fish, and he's like, I think that's enough fishing for today.
I love that Kabu literally catches new drip. I'm sorry.
River-
The opportunity was there, and I took it. I
You
regret
know,
nothing.
Uncle Kabu, that's actually really impressive. I never seen anyone catch a fish out of Makeout Bay. That's where everybody goes to do their business and they lose clothes.
Nice.
Would make a lot more sense.
Make out, Bay.
It's got another name, but the Magus is here.
The Magus, hearing her name, says, "What?"
And River, remembering the many times he's been to the bay, is just standing
Oh,
there,
okay.
you know, with the
Wow.
spear, pretending like he's good at this, you know, like he's reliving the old days because he pretends he used to be good at it. He's that uncle. So he's just standing there, shirtless, telling Piccolo, "Throw the sinker, throw." Yeah, you can get it. Yeah.
Nobody speared like Uncle.
Yeah, nobody.
Oh no!
Oh, no.
Yeah.
Oh my god, no.
Yeah.
Why do I
Yeah.
hang out with y'all? Sometimes I really am concerned.
For once, I'm glad to be on video because you can see me judging you.
Thanks for tuning in, folks. We'll be back
Yeah.
in 2 weeks.
Yeah. River,
If I had to do it, I had to
you
do
guys, in all seriousness, though, River does want to ask Piccolo. You're from around here, right?
Yeah, this is, I mean, Andy, like, I think he points at like a rock that he wrote his initials in after he jumped off it.
River gets kind of a worried look on his face, and he's like, "Your mom's not Susanna, is she?"
Stop. Stop where this is going.
Oh no. No. No, Dan. Dan. No.
I don't want this to be a father-son tale.
This is a good time to remind everybody of the Veil and the X card.
Oh yes, no. Yeah.
Oh, gosh, we should never have let Dan out of the house. This is
What's your auntie's
ridiculous.
name again?
Hey.
Oh, moving on.
Why are you like this?
Yeah, the question that will never be answered.
Just, I think that scene closing on like Fawn telling the Magus to never, ever, ever listen to the males in this group.
Not a single time.
Sensing that the vibe of this group is going in the wrong direction, Harp comes out the water and scoops the Magus up, puts her on her shoulders, and just walks away without any explanation. Her sole job is to protect the Magus, and somehow she feels it is necessary to take her away from the group at this time.
Harsh but fair.
Valid.
Yeah.
Alright, I think who still hasn't gone?
I have not put a token on the board yet. Looks
Yeah.
like there's still the old Abbey,
There is.
which has the prompt of confession.
Ooh.
Ooh, indeed.
The priest is just shirtless and singing about things that he did.
Don't let River confess anything. The Magus is too young.
River don't go inside Abby's.
That's not what my Auntie Gail said. But Oh,
Snap.
Oh, snap. Yeah. Hey, you go talk to your Uncle Vago.
Oh, man.
It's starting to feel like
Awkward.
Vago and River
Awkward,
were
man.
running through this town. I don't know.
Wow.
Yeah.
My hands
Let's-
look like this, so their hands could look like this.
yeah.
So
Wow.
yeah, who are you dragging to church? Because this group desperately needs.
Yeah.
Wow, everybody really needs to be here, but so I feel like the old abbey is probably more of a community place than like a nunnery. It's a space where they feed people every night just as part of the assumed service to the community. And confession is perhaps not the whole Catholic guilt thing, and more an expectation that there are people who will listen and talk you through things when you have problems, which feels more in keeping with where we are in Barley Town, despite their lack of cold beer, apparently.
It's barley wine. Hey, I have a question. So it doesn't have to be just because it's an abbey, right? Again, just because like most fantasies, Western, whatever.
Yeah, exactly.
Like
Yeah.
we can modify whatever we want, right?
Like,
Yeah,
I'm
the
kind
crab
of seeing it like a
singer.
Gurdwara almost with.
Yeah, it's all prompts. So the crab singer could have
Okay.
been somebody who crabs a lot. The crab singer could have been somebody who rides around on a giant hermit crab, and that's their like fantasy thing.
A crab who sings.
That too.
Or they got him and had to sing about it.
If I were a crab, I would be singing.
Ah, yeah, yeah.
Because you know that you're the most common evolutionary end.
Delicious.
Look, evolutionary destiny of all life. One just called super crab.
I'm not even making a
Customization.
joke about
I,
that.
for
June.
one, accept our new overlords.
Okay.
I say this evolution game has a bullshit meta that just revolves around crabs.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think this
It's the
is
same
again.
thing your Auntie Gail said.
Wow.
Oh.
Hey, we're talking
Already.
about dinner, you guys. Calm
Already
down.
this time out.
That was
Calm,
Stand down.
calm down.
Yeah, right.
Calm
Yeah,
down.
right.
that was a boomerang. That was just long enough to forget about that.
Oh, all right.
That being said, I feel like the Abbey is again a place where there's no reason for everyone to not be there. It's, again, it's not like Catholic guilt and meeting out your sins, but it's a space of community. And before we depart Barley Town for what's surely going to be a much more dangerous place, everybody partakes of the big communal meal, and you talk through and share your stories and your concerns. And
Oh,
the community meal is probably swine and barley based, being that this is Barley Town on Swine Hill.
Somehow sensing the danger in the room, Harp takes Steven outside.
I don't know, this is Barley Town. They know the difference between riding and eating pigs.
Exactly. Even so,
Well,
class
since
racing
Harp
pig,
does
they would
not
never.
know the difference between a racing pig and an eating pig. She is somehow protective of Steven's life.
When you make the confusion in public for some reason, Piccolo busts out a book of different pig breeds, and now you can measure tusk size and like shoulder height, and how you can clearly tell if you know what to look for.
Wow.
River's just gonna nod his head at that, as you know how you kind of do when kids are telling you about their favorite dinosaur, and you're just like, uh-huh.
Yeah, he is
Uh-huh.
rattling Pokemon off, like
Yeah.
numbers, abilities.
Yeah. And River's just like, uh-huh, yeah. Shit, that sounds like a fast pig. Yeah. 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 Nice. Nice.
And you see, the way that we bred Steven's litter is that the bristle actually breaks air resistance just enough, but it doesn't cause drag because it's not.
Nice. You should. That's when River says you should just shave that pig.
Face palms and turns to a chapter on why like hair is vital to systemic pig health.
Nice. Yeah. This is. Huh. Yeah. That's River's reaction. Huh.
You could grease that pig.
Oh,
Yeah.
we remember the last time that pig was greased. It took Harp hours to chase Steven.
That was kind of the point, wasn't it?
Well,
So is there something that Fawn was trying to confess before we left? Or are they the type of hurt person that like hears people out when they come to this place?
I think the latter, probably. Here's people out.
Yeah, I think after about like an hour, you know, there's that like kind of dead lazy hour after one of these meals where everybody's kind of digesting and sitting in various corners. I think Piccolo actually confesses to you and just says like, Fawn, can I tell you something?
Yeah, of course.
Are you scared about going on this trip?
Yeah. Going back where I came from.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know what I'm doing. I don't know what I'm supposed to do. Everybody else seems to be something.
Everybody's something. That's.
Yeah, but my something is like carry bags around and hey, have you met my pig?
Well, I have met your pig, and it's a very fine pig, first of all. But
pig is definitely bringing something to the table.
Think you're here to learn now.
yeah, I think the Magus would want you here because you have so much to learn and see from it. And you can find out what your something is.
Thanks.
In the background, you can hear the Magus saying, "What a fine pig!"
Hey.
Oh, that's
Yeah.
fantastic.
Second scene ruined. I'm joking.
Cut to somebody giving the Magus entirely too much sugar.
Yeah.
Also, cut Harp. I'm sorry, this is gonna really ruin the scene. I'm gonna do it anyway. Sensing Piccolo and Fawn's trepidation about the coming journey, Harp throws up two of the fish in her stomach and hands them to them in a showing of friendship. They just swim upstream in her clay gullet and they come straight out her mouth.
Thank you.
Nice.
Nice. Thanks.
Nice. And River's gonna lean over and be like, "Hey man, I'm fucking really old and I don't even know what I'm doing." And then he's gonna kind of lean back and have some more barley wine.
All right. I need literally 5 minutes. Just to bring.
Yeah, I was gonna pause.
Okay.
I was gonna
So
say,
I'm
if we
gonna
want to
try.
take a 7:15 my time.
Okay.
It's about 5-ish minutes.
Okay.
Okay.
I'm pausing.
Just so you guys know, my phone is starting to overheat. So if I drop out, you know it's good.
All right. Well
Okay.
done.
All right.
All right.
I'll remember
We'll
that.
keep it closer to probably 7 minutes.
Yep.
Then how about that?
So for those of you that are just rejoining us, we just came back after I washed my hands with nice, beautiful, bespoken soap. So they smell like coffee.
Yes.
You should definitely get you some.
It's great
Stop being
soap.
gross.
I legit
As our-
am angry at my actual soap. I'd be all cheesy about it, but no, I hate my fucking
I will
Safeway soap
say
now.
that as our resident scientist, please wash your hands. And if you must wash your hands, wash them with bespoke soap, because they're not going to be dry afterward, and your hands will smell wonderful.
Mm-hmm.
But also, please wash your hands.
Please.
Yeah. Wait, June, do you want to say anything about yourself?
I make soap and also perfume.
Yeah,
Bad at self-promotion.
Go buy
Yeah.
the soap. It's so
Shameless.
good. We'll leave a link in the description of the video for you to go buy it.
Hell yeah.
Get
Get
some
that
native
soap.
made soap.
Spoil yourself or your significant other with soap.
Yes.
Yes.
Hey,
Please bathe. I'm begging you.
Don't be
Please
silly.
bathe.
reminder: never skip washing your legs.
Yes, wash your legs, wash your butt, wash the bottom of the plate with
Actually,
bespoke soap.
Can we go back to do the morning ritual and everybody just like make sure they washes everything with soap and water?
Yeah.
Oh,
So-
team.
So next week we will, or I guess 2 weeks from now, we'll continue with our Motley Cruise adventure to the Stormguard Mountains, and we'll maybe find out why Fawn is nervous. Maybe find out how many children Vago and River have. We're gonna potentially find out if Kabu is known in other villages, and will Piccolo and his pig Steven find purpose? Find out next time on the All Sacred podcast.
On this episode of Dragon Ball Z.
Yeah.
Well, you see, now we're reportable. Thanks, Dave.
Yeah.
You're welcome, Ty.
Now I need to start the 2.5 hour end credits music video that I made.
With all the copyrighted music.
Yep, of course. So
Everybody stick around to listen to sad music and look into the rain.
In everybody's 90s dad jeans, and for whatever reason, scarves around their neck, we will all be looking out of a window in a Bulma-esque fashion as the dulcet tones of a woman croons us out.
Aw.
I just looked up into the
Childhood.
sky like you guys were watching me. Oh,
I think I'm gonna need to start drinking for this.
Oh,
No.
Oh no.
I'm joking.